Hi Aquarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 10th through the 16th. This is for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising signs. Alright, Aquarius, so at the bottom of the deck I do have the Nine of Wands. So you have actually a few nines here in this spread. So nines represent, for me, it's you actually getting closer to completing a cycle within your life. With the Nine of Wands here, for some of you, you could be waiting on someone or something in particular. This is you holding out. This is you persevering. You're hanging in there. You might feel tired or exhausted, but for some of you, you're not giving up. It actually takes a lot of strength and courage to hang on with the Nine of Wands here. So you're not giving up. And interesting enough, when I just lifted this up, wow, that's interesting. So I have the King of Pentacles underneath the Nine of Wands, but then I also have the Queen of Wands here. So for some Aquarians, there's maybe an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, that's very significant. Maybe you're waiting on this person. This could be your significant other, but this also could be your boss or a family member. But then we also have this, this fire sign energy as well. So Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. You know, what I'm really getting for some of you, this is a character. Maybe this person has earth and fire in their chart. So that's really interesting. So you could be waiting on this person. And if it's not a person, maybe waiting on something financial, because the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. So this could have anything to do with maybe a house move or a new job, your financial security. So this is maybe what you're waiting on, some financial news to come through. This is generally a very independent energy, and you actually have a couple of independent energies in this spread. So for a very small number of you, you might be waiting on like a divorce to be final, because underneath that Queen of Wands, I did have Justice. So for some of you, this is a divorce that you're waiting on, for some of you. Or you're maybe waiting on leaving a relationship. This could be something you're thinking about for some of you, but you're holding off or you're hanging in there. If you're in a relationship that you know is maybe over with, there could be some Aquarians that you're staying in it. That's quite interesting. But I see you very focused on a new path, a new beginning here. I have the Page of Wands with the Queen of Swords. So this is your energy, no matter if you're male or female. And you can see how she's looking back at the page here. So with the Page of Wands, this can be an exciting new adventure, a new path that you're walking down. And I think that some of you, this is you planning. This is you very, very focused on this new path. This is something that's really exciting for you. This is something that you're wishing for. This is something that you're very enthusiastic about with the Knight of Wands here. And this is what you're focused on. And I think that this is what you're moving towards. So for some of you, you're moving down an exciting new path. You could just be waiting for a very small number of you. You could be waiting on that news or that information, that communication to come through that maybe allows for you to now move forward down this new path. But with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands here, this communication is going to come through quite suddenly for some of you. This communication is coming. It could be coming through this week. And then for others, I feel like maybe next week, but it's coming. And I think that you know it's coming. You're anticipating this news. You know it's coming. And you're starting to really get excited here. With the Queen of Swords, you know, she's obviously a more logical, serious energy. I feel like for many of you, you're determined. You're definitely in your mind. You're planning. You're making plans for the future. Again, this is something that you're very excited about. For some of you, it could be moving house. You definitely could be moving house. For other Aquarians, you could be moving up within the company that you work for. The Nine of Pentacles here, this is financial abundance and security. This is you living a nice, comfortable lifestyle. So financially and emotionally, I think that, you know, for many of you, you're in a good place, or this is exactly what you're moving towards. We have the Knight of Wands here with the Nine of Cups. So for many of you, you're actually moving towards happiness, but also for some of you, some sort of wish coming true with the Nine of Cups here. So you're moving towards wish fulfillment, happiness, abundance, you know, on many levels. And this is really exciting for you. So great energy. For some of you, you might be taking a break because we do also have the Four of Swords here. So for some Aquarians, if you've been working very hard and that's why you're, you know, financially secure, you've been taking on maybe extra hours or what have you. Maybe some of you are moving up within the company that you work for. For some of you, you might be tired. So you might need to take a break with the Four of Swords, spend some time alone, catch up on your sleep, recharge your batteries. So I definitely see some of you doing that. And like I mentioned, some of you are going to be receiving communication, news. It's coming through this week. So for some of you, it might be like an email. It could be some text messages that are coming through. But I definitely see for some of you some news that's coming through. And it's definitely on the financial front for many of you. You might be landing a new job, or you, again, could be moving up within the company that you work for. But I see you working very hard with the Three of Pentacles here. This is a worker energy. For those of you that normally work alone, you could be working within a group setting. You could be working with other people this week. And for a very small number of you, you know, it might actually be the opposite. You normally might work with maybe a group of people, and maybe for some of you, you're actually having to work by yourself this week, and that could be something that you're not really liking for a very small number of you. Very interesting messages here. But yes, for those of you that normally work with maybe like a specific team or group of people, and you know, you really enjoy yourself, maybe, you know, your boss or your employer is having you work alone this week, and that could be something that, you know, it doesn't really excite you. It doesn't get you down, but you just prefer to maybe work within a group setting. But it might honestly only be for this week. I don't see it lasting long term. So for some of you, it just might be like this week, or even for a day. So it's not really anything to worry about. I'm just seeing what else I'm getting here. Yeah, for some of you, I think that you're moving up within the company. You could definitely be recognized this week. For those Aquarians that have been looking for work, if you're an Aquarian that has been unemployed, oh, I definitely see work coming through for you. So you could be unexpectedly landing a new job or hearing something quite suddenly for some of you. And if that's the case, for those of you that are landing a new job, you know, this is going to bring in a tremendous amount of financial security. So this could be a well-paying job for some of you, something that you're wishing for. I just see many of you incredibly enthusiastic and in a really good place emotionally and financially. And for those of you that were unemployed, this is what you're moving towards. So I think you have some great energies to work with. Let me pull you an additional guidance card. There could be a fire sign person for some of you around. That's quite significant. So Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But I definitely see many of you manifesting. All right, additional guidance for Aquarius. What else does Aquarius need to know? Okay, wow, so that's interesting. So I have one card that just flipped over. These cards did not. So, and interesting enough, wow, it's the Patience card. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Very interesting, because I do see many of you enthusiastically moving forward. You're very focused on walking down a new path. And for some of you, it could be, like I mentioned, receiving that really excited communication this week. You could be hearing something this week. And this is what you're moving towards, this happiness, this financial security, but maybe this is a process. Not everything is going to happen in 1 week, so patience is still required. Also, learning, study, and even maybe doing some research, gathering information, you know, that could be something that's very significant for many of you as well. So needing to maybe get online, needing to do some research, you might be studying this week for some of you, maybe even taking a class. So that's really interesting. Okay. So Aquarius, I do hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and I do wish you a wonderful week. Take care.